So as you said, that's a good clip note, in right there, cliffhanger right there. But as you stated, that Kansas City is not a boxing city. So as you stated back early in the interview, you stated that you went out there with Terrence Bud Crawford and Brian McIntyre and all these other people and trained out there with them. Omaha was never known as a boxing city. Even to this day, it's not really known as a boxing city. But Terrence Crawford, 3-time undisputed champion, he retired on top, never lost 42-0. Every card, either he won by knockout or unanimous decision, which that means every judge seen it going in his way. Not a split decision, nothing like that. Every judge goes his way. So why do you feel like the Midwest, because that's part of the Midwest, is looked so frowned upon, or when we go to these circuits and stuff like that for Golden Gloves or national championships, or even, like some of these people went to like the Junior Olympics or the Olympics, whatever the case may be, we are looked down upon on our competition not as good, or we're not as good, or they good for Kansas City, but they're not good national. Why is that?
Honestly, bro, it's because we don't work together. Like, we got a lot of good people, bro, in Kansas City as far as boxing. But it's too much hate. Like I said, we don't spar each other. Like, you got Malachi Ross, one of the best in Kansas City as far as, he's by the time he turned 23, he's gonna be a champion. Him and Marco Romero. We got all these guys, but it's hard to work with each other because they compete. And I'm honestly, man, I'm so beyond that. Like, I don't even trip off being the best in Kansas City because people know what I do. And you seen the work for yourself. Like, I'm probably one of the hardest working in Kansas City. I think too, that's where it was to go back, man, like speaking on my daughter, like me not seeing my daughter, a lot of people like, rob, kill and all that. My thing is this, like, if I'm thinking about that and I'm about to crash out, I go work out. So I overwork myself. And that's what it was. Like, my body, about time it's come fight time, my body's drained. And then when I'm lights on, my knee popping. Stuff like that. So it's just like, man, it's just like I dug deep in camp, and when the lights on, I can't really show what I'm about.
I mean, speaking of the hardships leading into the fight, and what you do for your body and stuff like that. So some of the stuff that like that, we know now. Like, you was what about the gambling situation? Like, all those gambling typically happens late night. People don't gamble at 12:00 p.m. They try for 12:00 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. It's like that, and people get addicted to stuff like that. So how do you think that affected you going into these camps? Because you're gambling, so now your brain is like, oh, I just got hit for $1,000 or whatever the case may be, and then now you're sitting here trying to do the extra stuff. How?
Honestly, bro, that was one bad habit I had. That was the worst. Because like I said, bro, most people do certain stuff, and I ain't gonna steal, I ain't gonna rob. So if my family needed something, I go gamble. And like, that put me in bad situations even before the fight. Because like you said, bro, you thinking about that money situation. I wasn't zoned in on that fight.
I don't believe you should be a great gambler.
No, I can gamble good, but I can gamble good. But it's just like I said, people, you had your bad nights, But I gamble anything, bro. I gamble you. I bet I'll beat you on arm wrestling. Like, just silly stuff. And like I said, bro, that's a bad habit to have.
So did you break that habit?
Yeah. I honestly, bro. Well, not too long ago when I was at the gym, we gambled, but it's not as crazy as it was.
So are you actively like working on trying to break?
That habit is done. Like I said, if I see dudes shooting dice or something like that, I'll walk away. Like, cause it was like it's tatted on me, bro. So it's like I said, it was that bad. I would never, to my youth, don't gamble, because it's a bad habit, and it's hard to get away from.
So we talk a lot about, I don't know if you've seen any of our recent episodes, but like we talk a lot about like being disciplined and stuff like that. So just bringing up that, what is one thing that keeps you disciplined in all aspects of your life? Like, how do you stay disciplined, whether it's fighting, just being a dad and everything, just staying focused on your path and trying to reach your goals that you're trying to reach in your life? How do you stay disciplined?
Honestly, man, it's God, really, bro.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm just seeing my mom. She's been a single parent. My mom, bro, she's a real fighter in our family.
Yeah.
Like she fought like liver disease, all kinds of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And so I'm seeing her do that, and that's what really gives me the motivation to keep going. And then, like I said, me and her bond is like real close, and so I just keep going for her.
Yeah.
That's my main. That's the dedication that comes with it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's pretty good. So, and then before I let you jump back on, Mr. Favorite Host, but so another thing I was gonna say is just that, where did you come up with CrunchTime? Like, where'd you get that? Where'd you start? Get that name from? Where'd you come up with that?
Honestly, man, Coach Matt. Shout out to Coach Matt. He was from Turner Boxing Academy. He was just like, one day he was like, man, we gotta come up with a name. We was in there like sparring, and he was like, CT, I got you, CrunchTime. And so and that was probably like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I took flight with it, and it just made it a household name.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
So, as you see, you got a fight coming up. When you watch film on your next opponent coming up, but actually before we go to there, you had conversations about fighting another fighter, another opponent, Skeeto, and you still in camp for the fight that you got coming up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you feel that you can? Are you overlooking your opponent? Is the question. Are you overlooking your opponent? So what makes you feel you can negotiate and talk about a fight and take your eyes off the fight that you got coming up and still focus 100% on the fight coming up so that you can be successful and come out with a victory?
Honestly, man, this fight already won.
Okay.
Not like I'm humble. But it's already won, man. Like I said, I put in the work and I know what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I'm on Saturday, I'm gonna do it. Like Skeetos, like I try not to feed too much into that because, like I said, I think I know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying the fight's gonna be made, but I don't think it's gonna be made.
Yeah.
And like they're similar. The guy that I'm fighting, I really don't know too much about him. But I've seen a clip. He's like a boxer style is like Skeeto. So I'm gonna go in there, with my jab, cut the ring off, and take him to deep waters. This is an 8-round fight, so I'll be ready for this fight.
So as we both know, when people get into that ring, everybody got a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody got a puncher's chance. They catch you with a shot you don't see. And, we already seen that, you got off the mat 3-4 times or something like that. And you got up, you fought hard. But at the end of the day, once you get off the mat 3-4 times, the rounds is all the cards stacked against you. Need a knockout to win that fight at that point. But since you haven't watched film on this guy, and you said his style is similar to Skeeto's, wouldn't you come to think that if you were to lose this fight on Saturday, like I say, I'm not saying you will, but what I'm saying, if you were to lose this fight on Saturday, would you think it'd kill your chances on getting that fight made with Skeeto, since his style is similar to your next opponent?
No, I think too it wouldn't kill the chance. Like I said, Saturday I'm gonna win, but it wouldn't kill the chance because I think Skeeto think he can beat me. So I think he's gonna try to make that fight.
Because his pride.
Yeah, his pride, and he see that I lost, and even though he coming off, from losses, but I seen that the guy I'm fighting really don't have much power.
Yeah.
But like I said, everybody has a puncher's chance, and I ain't, I'm not looking down. I don't look down towards nobody because I know when you get in that ring, it's just me and you, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
So you got to stay focused on that task, and I'm not overlooking him. Like I'm gonna run straight through him though. I'm gonna run straight through him. Then we gonna go be in July and go to Skeeto.
Okay, so you heard it first. We're hearing around July time, y'all. So we got prom summer. I will be there. You know what I'm saying? We will be there. We might go live. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be there for sure. the whole city's gonna be there for sure.
So I just had a quick question for you too, just kind of because I'm not a boxer, I ain't been in boxing and things. So like he said, you've been knocked down on the mat a couple times during the fight. So just kind of just say, what go through your head when that punch come in and you see yourself going down? Like what go through your mind at the time?
Man, I mean, my first time I got knocked down, I was kind of like, damn, this nigga really knocked me down. Because I never been in that moment.
Yeah.
And so it was just, I was kind of taken back, and honestly too, I was kind of like, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hurt because like I said, I know that it can't happen because it's a fight.
Yeah.
But I ain't even in a sparring match. I ain't never been hurt.
Yeah.
Like that, and it was just like, and damn. But like I got enough heart and dog to get back up.
Yeah.
So and like I ain't never just stayed down. But like going to that first fight, I knew like the contract was already signed, so I couldn't back out. I went into that fight with a torn patella in my knee. But like I said, I thought when I went to Florida to fight Giovanni, I thought I was going to walk through him. So I didn't take that time to heal properly. But like I said, man, I went to his his hometown, and he did his thing. But it was just like I said, after that, honestly too, after that fight, I really didn't get over that fight. That's what I was. But because I'm a fighter, bro, it's in me. I just kept going without healing.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, physically, mentally.
I want to say, so from those times that you've been knocked down, has that made you be more conservative in how you approach and when you go attacking, or have you been more defensive, or you've been more on offense, or just laid back kind of a little bit, just trying to make sure you don't get knocked down again?
Really, after them two, I've been kind of like a little bit defensive.
Yeah.
Kind of not doing as much as I used to. Kind of just letting them work, but instead of me working, because I can't let them work because I'm already going to be down around because I'm in their back, in their hometown. So it's just a close fight. So it's just what I've been working on in sparring, man, is just getting off first.
Yeah.
Getting off first and getting that confidence back, bro. Because like I said, man, if you ain't never been knocked down before or lost, that stuff would do something to you, bro. And that's where it goes back to me, like gambling and stuff like that. Like it had me in that dark spot, and that was things I know I shouldn't be doing because gambling and boxing don't go together, bro. But like I said, I was in that dark space, and I wasn't 100% there. So those was the things I was doing.
So what's the difference between what's the difference between losing amateurs and losing in the pros?
Look, losing in amateurs, man, is like it's a learning experience. It's all a learning experience, but in the pros, man, like if you lose too much, you kind of getting rolled off. Like your chances, your stock could go down. In the amateurs, man, like you ain't never really, bro. I know a guy that's 30-30 in the amateurs. Like it happens, bro. Losing, but in the pros, you go 30-30. They gonna be like, what is this dude doing? So it's just like it's way different. Then it's like in the pros, you ain't got no headgear on. In the amateur, you got headgear on. Like everything is just totally different. Like you got to worry about cuts. You got to worry about all of that. So it's just all that's in play when you in a ring as a professional.
Yeah. So I mean, I got a few more questions for you before we let you get out of here. I know my brother Lou do too. But the question for you is that well, first let me make a statement. I watched the last couple fights. They're very disappointing to me because I see the way you work in sparring. I see you go against top tier opponents in sparring matches, and honestly, some of them sparring matches I don't even. It'd take a great judge of about 40 years to determine who won that sparring match if you were to go there and look at that. And then the level of opponents you're losing to, like I said, you can tell something's off, but like I said, from the outside, no one knows. But like I'm stating to you now, what is going to be the determining factor to keep all the Kansas City business in Kansas City? You're going back into somebody's backyard again, and you have to go out there and demonstrate what Crunch Time is about. Because as of now, yeah, Crunch Time is all right. He does a little bit of this, he does a little bit of that. You went away from what your bread and butter, your jab. You started sitting there shelling up and allowing the people to get off, and then you come off with one shot, one hook, or something like this, a hook or maybe a two, after they get done throwing their punches and stuff like that. What is going to make you say, okay, I'm gonna stick to the game plan. I'm going to stick to what I know is going to work. My jab, establish the jab, give my long range shots to them, make it a hard day for them. Simply something like Devin Haney, something like a Shakur Stevenson, using a jab first and making everything, make them miss, make them pay. What's going to make you go back to what you do best and not go out there and just fall down on your shield? Even though you're going out on your shield, going out and not on top is always a problem for someone in the boxing realm.
Really, just believing in me. That's the only thing, bro. Just believing in me and believing in my skills and the work that I put in. Because I know, like you said, I tell Terrence Crawford, we argue all the time. Like, I got one of the best jabs in boxing, and I can beat somebody off just with my jab alone. But like I said, it's just me pouring into me and believing in me and showing it on Saturday. And that's Saturday is going to be a domination.
So on that fight, do you think it's going to be a knockout, all 8 rounds, judges decision, unanimous, or do you think he got some type of skills to where it's going to be like a unanimous, but it's going to be a clear victory, or he ain't making it all 8?
It's going to be like a 5th round knockout.
5th round.
Okay. So based on the film that you've seen, is it going to be a body shot? Is his body weak? Is it going to be a head shot? Is it going to be punches and bunches? Referee got to get in there, jump in there, and save his life. His team going to throw the towel in. What do you think it's going to be?
Honestly, man, I don't know. I know it's one of those, but I preferably, I think I'm gonna break him down to his body. Start off the first round jabbing to the body and just jabbing at the shoulders and everything, just making sure like fainting them and everything. Then I'm gonna just start putting them combinations together and taking them to the deep waters. Like I said, I watched them. Honestly, like they gave me, you know how it is when like if a dude lost a couple fights, they give you what they call tomato cans to fight.
Taxi cab
driver. And so this is he got a lot of fights and he got a lot of experience with top guys. But honestly, man, he out of all the fights he lost, he probably only got like 5 knockdowns. So it's going to be a tough fight. But like I said, with the work that I put in, I got a little stronger on this fight. My mind is ready. So it's going, like I said, 5th round knockout.
5th round. That's the hell of a time to call it. That's when the muscles is warmed up. That's when everything is kicking in all cylinders. That's when you pretty much at the peak. You know, for 8 rounders, like at the peak of your cardio, this is when they're going to demonstrate if you really like that. So your last couple fights, out of the 4 that you lost, or 3 or 4 that you lost, one of them only went to decision. The other 2 or so was stoppage. You got stopped. So what makes you think you can turn this all around and go out there and stop them?
Like I said, the main reason, like when I got some stoppages is because of bad knees. And then that mug, like I told you, that mug popped. And the mug didn't work no more.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, man, this is my comeback story. And like, you know, everybody have hardships and is battle tested. I think, like I said, man, I've been boxing and fighting for so long, and this is just part of my story. And when I come back on top, I'm gonna tell y'all I told y'all so.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what we want to hear. So basically, we hear that you are mentally 100%, physically 100%. You ready to go?
And then, you know, like I said, man, with you, we talk a lot of times about me converting, and I finally did it. I think that too made me get to my best. So like I said, I'm spiritually, mentally, and ready for this fight.
So yeah, just before we
But
let
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead. You ain't saying nothing. No,
mute mouth, man.
He been shooting them. He been shooting them.
Man, we call him mute mouth though, man, because he don't say nothing.
He got keep talking. He cut him off and then he come right back. I can't. You heard? He said.
Go ahead.
Nah, but I was just over here thinking because you said you get older in boxing like after 28. So what you gonna do after you can't box? What you?
Just like I'm doing now, get back to the youth, but fully, that would be my full time. Just being a full time boxing coach, because a lot of it was part time. I was doing it while I'm chasing my career, but I'm gonna just be fully invested. Honestly, man, like I said, I probably got like 3 more years that I'm gonna give to the sport, and I'll be happy with that. This shit.
And how would you be in 3 years?
I'm gonna say 40.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'll be
35, 36?
Nah, 33.
Oh,
No,
okay. Yeah.
He said 35.
Yeah, you said 40.
No, I'll be 33. And I think too that'd be a good enough. See, Terrence Crawford just retired when he was 38.
Yeah.
And like I just went up there Saturday and I just talked to him. He said, "Man, Chris, I done everything in the sport. And it's just like I said, my body ain't the same. It hurts, and that's what people don't see.
Yeah.
I came in and fought with a broke pinky, two torn knees, cracked rib from Terrence Crawford. You know, it's like heckin' stuff. Man, it's like, man, that stuff hurt. But then like my reason for me getting into boxing, it's gonna be all worth it.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, like them losses, they hurt me, but like, man, I can't cry on it, dwell on it. It's just like I said, it's a new beginning.
So yeah, so I was just gonna say before bro interrupted me, it's all good. So I was gonna say, so basically, being a professional fighter and being successful and winning fights, that's one of your goals in your life. But also, it sounds like that your other goal is to teach the youth and train the next fighter that's coming up after you, and hopefully they go pro too and be maybe fight at a higher level than you can make it to in your career. So just one thing I want to ask is the kind of you can hit on some hidden gems for the youth out there if they're trying to be a boxer and stuff like that. What is something or some advice that you can give to those people that maybe you're not coaching them or around them and they somewhere else and they just watching it and they trying to get to your level that you are at and they're starting off or just entering the boxing world? What's some advice that you can give them to do so they can progress?
Really, man, just stay dedicated, putting the work in. One thing about boxing, this is a lonely sport. It's not no team sport. Nobody, when you in that ring, it's just you. So that's the thing, man. It's just you staying focused, listening to your coach. Because not to backtrack, but honestly, man, too, like I like me, I know that I'm a good fighter. I'm a great fighter, but I think I am a even better coach.
Yeah.
Like I study. Like Tofi, when he was fighting, man, I study his fights. KJ, all those guys, and I helped them become what they was. Because I think these fighters that I got can be the best fighters in KC.
Yeah.
Like my girl Sonia, like I've only been with her for 2 years, man. They done had 0 fights, and she's 10-3.
Yeah.
And they come back and forth from Holden, Missouri, every day. So that shows they dedication and determination of the sport. Yeah. And that's what I like to see, man. Like I said, man, this ain't about me. It's about the youth, because I didn't have that.
Yeah. So I was gonna say something just because you said you might have you think you have some good fighters. So before this guy got injured, you thought he was really on the track to be one of those greats in Kansas City. To be honest.
Yeah. Nah, Tofi, man, he got. Only thing Tofi, he's just hard headed. That's it. Him and his that's the only thing. But skill wise, and like he's good. Like, man, when he came to Omaha with me, he was right there. Yeah. He was sparring them top pros, and people was like, man, who is this kid? And I'm like, man, he only got at the time he probably had 3 or 4 fights.
I had no fights.
Oh yeah, no fights. And he was in there going with top guys, and I was just like, man, him. Like I think he could have. He definitely could have. He
Yeah.
could have been one of the like his speed, his ability.
Yeah.
It was top tier. His power too.
Yeah, it was unfortunate he got 2 shoulder injuries.
Yeah, and then I know this is old, but speaking on this, he would have whooped Mufasa too. We had to keep that. We got to put that. He's my Muslim brother now, but I had to say that.
Nah, yeah. Hey, you know, but things happen like that, man. But you know, it's still good though. The time that he was, see, that's just want to throw that out there because in case y'all don't remember, he was boxing, and you know, Chris was his coach. He was fighting in his camp, so that's why I was kind of throwing it out there.
Hey, don't count me out, man. That's all I can say.
And he had one of the people, and nobody's seen it. He had one of y'all seen it. He had one of the craziest knockouts ever.
Man, first fight though.
Yeah.
And we still got that clip. We still got that clip.
People ain't seen people when I seen send this to Coach Bomack and people like, damn, with headgear, like that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like to knock somebody out there with headgear, that's just raw power. And so, like I said, of course I trained him, but he was born with that.
Yeah. The natural dog in him.
Yeah.
The dog in him, man.
Hey, crazy enough, they tried to set us up that fight. They tried to set us up.
He had more fights than you. And we like, I asked you, because that's the thing is, I'm a coach. I'm gonna talk to you before I make that decision.
Yeah.
Your exact words was like, fuck it. That's exactly what you said. I said, do you want to fight? Fuck it. What we train for?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. And I was like, all right, we here.
And then to go out there like the first 30 seconds in the round, knock him out in the round, in the fight, it was over.
A little backstory to that. We was coming up from where we warm up at. We was coming up the stairs, and his coach literally said, "This is gonna be an easy fight for you. It's gonna be an easy fight for you." And then me, Chris, and KJ, we all looked at each other. We was like, hell. We all was like, okay. So we get in there. You know, Chris told me to go out there, feel the ring. You know, I jumped around the ring because at first I was just standing there. I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
He said, feel the ring. I felt the ring. I said, then I put them gloves on. I said, these motherfuckers light. You know, because we train 18, 20-ounce gloves. These are light. You know what I'm saying? So I'm training with people that's 154. I'm sparring Chris and stuff like that, taking Chris shots and stuff like that. So when I'm going out there, he tapped me one time. I didn't even get to tell Chris how easy it was. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we looked and blinked, it was over with, you know. But
I didn't even get to say much. We was shocked. Now I'm telling you, I ain't never seen nothing like that in person.
Yeah.
So it was just like the whole crowd was stunned.
Yeah, everybody went crazy.
Yeah, that'd make no sense.
That shocked. That caught everybody off guard because nobody was expecting that. Like the bell just wrong.
Yep.
The bell just wrong.
But like I say, prior to that, when we was warming up, we specifically worked on that shot.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-3.
Yep.
Literally, we slipped 2-3. That's exactly we worked on that shot over and over again in training camp. We repped on that shot right there before we got out there. Like the last 5 minutes, we just kept drilling the same exact thing. But we saying all that to say, we talking about him being a fighter and him being a coach.
Yeah.
His coaching ability is phenomenal. You'll get great stamina, great cardio, stuff like that. And like I said, he do put it all into it. That's why sometimes he can't put it all into himself.
Yeah.
But going on to this fight right here is February 21st on Saturday. When you go out there and it's time to dominate, what is the final words you got to your opponent, and what is the final words you got towards your fans?
To my opponent, good luck. You're gonna need it. To my fans, I know I seen a lot of people, ride me off. But I'm saying when I start winning back again and getting everything back in motion, don't try to come back. That's all I gotta say. But I love the support that I'm still getting from the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kansas City showed me a lot of love.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, this is not the end. Don't count me out.
So you heard it here first, folks. This is comeback story, man. So all the people that's counting him out, he's here to prove y'all wrong, and just keep watching because it's about to be some crazy stuff going on for Mr. CrunchTime over there, man.
So after this interview, after this fight, we're gonna try to get him back on. We haven't talked about the fight, and potentially at that point we should have some more information about his next coming fight that we're trying to shoot for, like in July. With Mosquito. So we're gonna definitely bring that up again, and then we're going to have some more information about that. But as of now, man, good luck. Go out there, do your best. Like I said, you're gonna be fasting, man. So you gotta make sure you hydrate.
Get some electrolytes.
Get some electrolytes in. But other than that, man, do what you do best. Appreciate you. Yeah. Brother Talk TV. This your boy, Brother Man Feet.
Yeah. I'm Lou.
I'm Jay. Listen, next time I'm having more to say.